I left the HOA quiet line, no arguments, no big announcement, no final confrontation, just paperwork signed, filed, done everything legal, everything clean. He thought that would be the end of it, but I underestimated one thing. Hirsch had built her authority around that HOA rules that control the way people listened when she spoke, and when I stepped out of it, that control slippage noticed immediately. The next day, she showed up, clipboard in handsome tones, same confidence, like nothing had changed. Started listing rules, restrictions supposedly still had to follow. He let her talk, did not interrupt, did not argue, because sometimes the fastest way to end something is to let it expose itself. When she finished, he told her one thing: he am not part of the HOA anymore. Simple Pletlerf. She did not accept it, of course. She did not, because people like that do not lose control. Hilithy pushed harder, louder, more public, started raising her voice, pointing at my property, making sure the neighbors could heartring to turn it into a scenetring, to force authority back into a place where it no longer existed. Then she did what people like her always do. Her scarlet had pulled out her fanine, called the police right there in front of a very neckenfid lantang. She had already woni, did not stop her, did not even react. Beckos. I knew something she did not, something she never thought to consider. Minutes later, police car pulled into the street. Slow concentrated, stepped forward, immediate hilarity, to explain everything, ready to take control of the situation. The officer stepped out, looked around, then looked at me and paused just for a second, but it was enough. He saw recognition. Did not notice, was too busy talking, explaining at me like I was the problem, like I needed to be removed, like she still had authority over what was happening. But the situation had already changed. The officer started walking toward us, listening, not fully focused on her. His attention kept shifting back to Methan. He stopped right in front of me and said one word. That was it. No loud reaction, no dramatic moment, just one word, but it changed everything. The silence that followed was different, the visible now. The situation was clear, not just to him but to everyone watching. She froze complete, like her mind was trying to catch up with what just happened. That neighbors stopped whispering, stopped moving, just watching. Becca's now the power dynamic had flipped instantly, stayed professional, not break protocol, did not change his tone, but the respect was there. Clear control. Asked a few simple questions, he answered calmly, just like before. Then the first handed him the documents, professionally showing I was no longer part of the HOA. Looked through them carefully, no rush, no confusion. Best the facts were simple facts, do not argue the subtle things. When he finished, turned to her and explained a calm, direct finalter was no violatio, no authority, no case anything she could enforce are the same rules she had relied on, same control she believed in, did not apply anymore, and there was nothing she could do about it. Her confidence fade fast, same way it had built, but in reverse. No shouting now, no demand, thus silenceth kind that comes when reality takes over. The neighbors started stepping back, tension disappeared. Best the outcome was clear. The officer gave a small nod as my son, but as someone doing his job. Then he turned and walked back to his Karen, left just like that. No drama, no escalation, just truth. She stood there for a moment longer, then turned and walked away. Quiet Leo, more authority, no more control, just understanding. And Emmy, I stayed exactly where I was. Beccaus, nothing about my position had changed, only her understanding of it, because in the end she did not just call the police, she called someone who already knew the truth, and once that truth showed up, there was nothing left to argue. If you enjoyed this story, hit like, subscribe, and tell me where you are watching from.